So I do these exercises every morning when I get up, and I don't have any stiffness in the morning. I don't feel right if I don't do them. They get everything moving, and over time they've really increased my mobility. So when we do a warm-up, we have to think of the warm-up as the same way that we think of doing a form. We have to apply the same attention and the same sense of detail and alignment to our warm-up as when we do the form. So some days, there's not a lot of time. Maybe the warm-up becomes the form and you don't have time to do anything else. So I like to do a pretty thorough opening of the body every morning and work the joints and do a little stretching. But I do this all from the point of view that it's Qigong, that it's not just warm up in order to get to the Qigong. It's all Qigong. Life becomes, it's all about the breath and the attention to your alignment in your body as you do these simple exercises. So we begin just feel yourself on the ground. Just feel, pay attention to how you're standing, and just don't change anything. Just notice the floor under your feet or the earth under your feet and your balance from front and back, side to side. We all have we want the same attention that we give our Qigong practice. So just feel your connection to the earth and feel yourself in space. So what's happening here? Okay, so the first, hands come onto your thighs, right? So this movement is created from your elbows. I'm pushing down into the ground. The left side of my body is straight, the tailbone going to the ground, the top of my head lifting, chin level. My gaze is soft ahead of me, as though I'm doing Qigong. And then my shoulder and my hip are turning around the standing leg. So they are not moving separately, they're moving together, and the spine is creating traction, and I'm getting taller with each rotation of my hip. Changing sides. So the knee goes around. It moves internally and externally. The tailbone keeps pulling towards the heel of the standing leg. With attention, slowly, getting taller with each rotation, stretching your spine. Now, knees, ankles, hips, keeping the spine straight. So the tailbone goes towards the heels. You're looking at the floor, lengthening your neck. The arms are soft. Doesn't matter how low you go, if you go low, or if you don't go low. If you're just up here, we want to lengthen the low back, relaxing the low back with each rotation. It's not just about the knees. Let your elbows be soft. And reverse. And we lengthen the neck, we lengthen the tailbone, we try to be parallel to the floor. Pull your low back long, the top of your head toward the front. And we come down into a squat on the balls of our feet. And balance. And it's great to lose your balance. You know, that's how you learn to balance. But you want to sit up here. You don't want to be all tucked in like that. Coming up. Extend. Find your balance. Move. Try to be free. Especially on uneven ground, this is a bit challenging. Coming up, bring the feet apart. So now, massage the knees. So we're just rubbing these meridians, right? But notice that I'm doing this from my shoulders, so my shoulders are rotating in. My arms aren't moving, I'm just using the flat of my palms, but I'm rolling down my spine, pulling my tailbone down. So the alignment happens even here. And then we reverse. And your tailbone is pulling you up. This is kind of a forward bend. Just dragging your hands along the meridians. Hands come up, around to your kidneys, and we're going to turn the waist. The head is vertical. The legs are relatively straight. So there's a lot of different ways to do these waist rotations, and they're all beneficial. Exhale forward and inhale back. One breath per rotation. And reverse. The hands on the sacrum, pointing down, fingers flat. So we're going to bend the knees, pull the elbows gently forward, stretch the spine so you're pulling your neck in. Inhale, coming down, but the spine stays straight. Exhale, getting traction. So you're controlling the traction with your elbows. So I'm not really pulling hard, and I'm not coming down here because you can see that I've lost the energy. I want to pull my spine along, so I have to pull my C7, the big knot on the back of your neck, goes up, trying to pull your spine open. Coming up. So keeping your knees forward. just loosen up. And now we're going to pull the elbow back and twist, head straight, spine long, chin level. Exhale back, inhale, twist, exhale back. I'm not really pulling hard on the elbows. Everything is gentle. I'm just putting some awareness in my elbows to lengthen, help me lengthen my spine. Now, the knees aren't going to move. You're going to twist, the top of the head goes up, twisting to the side, looking forward. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. We're wriggling, keeping the spine straight. So at the top of this, the hips are moving. At the bottom, only the shoulders are moving. In the middle, they both move. At the top, it's the hips. So this really helps to open your spine and get all those vertebrae loosened up in the connective tissue, keeping the spine straight. So again, I'm not coming down like that. Only the shoulders, only the hips. Only the shoulders, only the hips. The neck. So drop the head. Use the weight of your head. Use gravity. Lift the spine long. Make sure that your butt's not sticking out, that your low back is soft. Pull your tailbone down. Lift C7, the big bump on the back of your neck, up, and just let gravity take your head down to your sternum. And now lifting your chin. Lift the back of your neck. Keep the integrity of the spine so the tailbone's still pulling down towards your heels. But now gently lift up the base of your skull and try to stretch your neck as long up as you can. And then you can think about bringing your head back and then lifting the head from the back, ear to the shoulder, looking up. So moving your shoulders away from your ears and trying to put your ear on your shoulder. Find an angle. Be gentle with your neck. Necks are delicate. So lifting the head back to neutral, coming to the other side. So let yourself just relax and see if you can release something. And you should be able to move your head a little bit, not be locked in here, not pulling. Just gently letting the shoulders down, keeping the spine long, not leaning to the side. Bring the head back to neutral. So now we're going to do head circles, just 2 times in each direction. Drop your head and roll your head to the shoulder, relaxing the shoulder. And slowly take the head back and roll it to the other shoulder and down the front. And again, go really slow, relaxing the shoulders as you go. And the other way. Releasing your shoulders. Head back to neutral. Pulling the shoulders down. Turn the head to the side. Exhaling. Inhale, pull the shoulders. Let the shoulders down. Stretch the top of your head up on the inhale, and then exhale. Turn your head a little more. Not much, just don't force it. Just see if it goes a little farther without you having to force it. Inhale, and again, try to just relax your shoulders. Notice what's going on in your low back. Keep your low back long. And on the exhale, see if you can just turn one more time. And inhale back to center. And now the other side. Inhale, release your shoulders down. Exhale. Lift the top of your head and turn a little farther if you can. Don't push. Inhale, reach the top of the head. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale. This really increases the range of motion, your turning ratio of your head over time. Okay, just be soft with this, right? Don't pull on your neck. I know we live in a society where you think you're supposed to work really hard and do these exercises, as hard as you can, but we really want to do them as soft and as mindfully as we can. So we want to release the area that we're moving into all of the time. So now the shoulders, we're going to pick the shoulders up to our ears. This is the great way to release tension in your shoulders, is by going into that tension, and exhausting the tension that's in your shoulders. So make sure you're not half-hearted about this. You want to really pull your shoulders up, and now, not from your elbows, but from the shoulders. Rotate your arms. So bend your knees a little bit, pull your hips down, and lift your rib cage up front and back, trying to stretch your whole rib cage up and keep making circles. And so I know this is hard, possibly. It gets easier. You do this every day. It's not hard anymore. It just releases the tension. You can do this for a really long time. I just reversed my arms. Right? And I keep lifting into this. I keep pulling my shoulders up to my ears. I don't let them down until finally, okay, so now just relax and release the shoulders. And move your shoulders and see what you released. This is the best exercise I know to get rid of the tension in the shoulders. Pull them up again. And now, so you can move them back and forth a little bit. So pull your elbows back and forth. So do this from your elbows. Try to keep the elbows down. So rotating your shoulders around while they're up. Pulling your back, pulling your chest a little bit. Okay, and now we're going to lift the rib cage up. So not side bending, but just from here up, looking up. You can move your head a little bit. The other side, just lifting up. So have fun with this. You can be here and move like that. I know it's hard to say have fun with this, but swing your arms. Don't let go. Don't let go. And now just let them down. And it's such a relief. Such a relief. Shoulder circles. So from the elbow, pick your shoulders up. Pull your tailbone down, bend your knees. So the shoulders go forward and up and back and down, guided by the elbows. The elbows are so important for allowing the body to move and directing the movement of the shoulders, and understanding how the elbows can help you to release the tension in your shoulders. And the other way. Trying to not strain, not tug on those muscles and create more tension. We're trying to release tension. We're always trying to release the tension. So now we're going to do some stretching. So the hands are going to come together, stretching up, reaching up with your rib cage, reaching up through your elbows, pushing your hands up with your elbows. And I come down, horizontal, and finally let go. And just let my head go. Swing the arms. Coming back, horizontal. So you're reaching out. You might need to bend your knees to do this. It's okay. Coming up. Reaching up, grab your wrist and lift your elbow into a side bend. So lifting your side, but with your elbow to the side, not, directly to the side. Take a few breaths. Keep reaching with the elbow. And reaching up and down, and now we're going to do some arm swings, just gently swinging our arms to let go of all the, whatever we've let go of. We're reintegrating the body. Make sure that, you want to have some stability here. So you want to keep your tailbone down, lift the top of your head so that you can rotate around your spine, and also keep your knees forward so that you're twisting from your knee to your shoulder on a diagonal when you twist. If the knees want to pull in, resist that and keep them forward and slightly out. And then I generally shake for, 3-4 minutes from the ankles. I try to keep my spine involved in the shaking, so I'm shaking from my spine. And it's a whole body shaking. You want to keep structure in your spine when you shake so that you can shake from that structure, and it allows you to let go. So we don't want to shake everything. We want to just allow the body to shake. This is all about allowing. This is all about, not interfering too much, but letting the body come into a more natural relationship with itself. And then just feel where you're at. We started feeling where we're at, so we just want to come back to that and feel, where we are. I hope you like this video. I hope you'll do these exercises. I hope you subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I hope you come back.